The Mount Compass Swamp for the school community is significant in numerous ways. It's used in the school community for staff taking classes out here. There's native bird watching, so local bird watchers, and students come out and do some water testing, and so it's used across a variety of subject areas.
I think it's good learning about the swamp in school because we can take some things we learn about the swamp in science. We can also take some things to math, like learning about the hectares of the swamp and the acres, and we can also just take a break out here and it's really nice and peaceful.
It's a good way of learning about the environment but still being in school to do it.
Caring for the school swamp enriches student learning. They come outside, they're learning about the importance of conservation. Recently we've done an ecological burn where students are looking at the regeneration processes, and it's also an opportunity to come outside the classroom, bond with friends and be outside.
I really like planting and water testing, and also the social aspect because you get to talk to your friends about it.
So when students are learning outside, their behaviour generally changes in a more positive way, their learning is enhanced and their relationships are built slightly differently, and they're engaging with the environment, their friends and the teachers.
You can always come out here if you're having a hard day, and with all the nature and all the other wild animals that are native to our ecosystem here.
The swamps of the Fleurieu Peninsula are incredibly important from both a cultural point of view and environmentally. It's actually listed by the Commonwealth as a nationally critically endangered ecological community. And when you get an example of swamp like this that's in good nick, it's being cared for by the community, it really raises our hopes for the longevity and future for this ecological community. The swamps and their surrounds support hundreds of species of flora in particular, but also a number of fauna species. Some of the species that are incredibly rare in our region and across Australia, such as Ontricostose skink, the Mount Compass oak bush and the Fleurieu leek orchid. Just a handful of these swamps still support the Mount Lofty Ranges southern emu wren, which is nationally endangered. And it's so great that we have a population of that species here at this swamp that still remains. There's just a handful of individuals here. And just a little bit further south, there's another representative of this swamp community in Hesperilla Conservation Park, which also supports a population.
I think it's important that others should care for their local environment because you may have a species of animal that is local to that area and it might go away if you're not caring for its ecosystem.
It could be very easily for something to go wrong in their environment if people aren't looking after it, and there could be extinction of plants or animals, or your environment just might get really unhealthy and it needs to be protected.
The Hills and Fleurieu Grassroots grant has helped with engaging students in revegetation programs, looking into maintaining the swamp and the boardwalk, further developing students' engagement outdoors, and also bringing together experts in the field to further learn about the importance and the significance.
I think it's really important because it can keep fueling the ecosystem and keep providing habitat for the native animals.
If any plants don't make it when we've done it originally, we can make sure that we keep having those plants put in place. And so any birds that may need them or other wildlife, they've still got a home that they can go to.
And on top of these environmental benefits, it's great to see the kids being stewards of this swamp and taking that into the future, and hopefully seeing a lifelong connection with this area and these communities.